pumping on the grind. If it's LJ from Houston, pulling up stats, you'll be pulling in stacks, hitting bookies from the back with no Vaseline. I need green and upsea quantities for a fiend, save the dreams for a king. This is H-Town, home of the lean. Astros is the team, and we rock it. We rock Texans for life, you can't stop it. Together like brothers and Bets and Jets.
What's going on, sports fans? It's your boy LJ from H-Town. Back again. It's been a long time. Haven't done a show since November 1st, I believe. But hey, we're back. Week 13, NFL picks. And of course, when I'm doing my picks, gotta have my main guy on the stream with me. Nerd Talk. You already know who he is. Picks from Dave. What's going on, my guy?
What's up, buddy? It's good to be here. It was a while, but we're here now, and it's not like we haven't talked since then. But let's give out this money, this info to get some money.
Hey, let's get it, man. Like I said, little hiatus, but hey, had the holidays, Thanksgiving. Rockets been playing on Wednesdays, which was my show was scheduled to do. But hey, we're back, looking to get some cash, and let's dive in. We got a little short, like I think 6 teams are on buys, if I'm not mistaken. So a little short NFL schedule this week. So not too bad. Should get through it pretty quick. So let's start it off, man. Going Thursday night, we got the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Dallas Cowboys, man. Cowboys are minus 9.5, over under 47. So just a couple side notes before I let you dive into this. Dallas, of course, big home favorite, 5-0 against the spread at home, 8-3 against the spread overall, 4-1 to the over as a home favorite. And, they're 9-2 against the spread in the first half. So that's where they tend to do most of their damage in the first half when it comes to demolishing these teams that they've been doing at home. So all the numbers point to the Cowboys. I don't have to get all into it. Defense, 26 quarterback hits last 3 games, 16 sacks. So defense still relentless. Michael Parsons, causing havoc on the defense. So all these Dallas keeps staying at home and playing mediocre teams, man, they're pretty much successful. It's the hierarchy of the NFL is where they have trouble at. But as far as mediocre teams, I don't see Seattle coming in here doing anything, that's going to be shocking to the Cowboys. And not to mention, Seattle give up more points than they score, especially in the last 3 games, giving up 24 points, only scoring 19. So Dallas, easy cash for me. I don't know if I get to the 9.5, but I definitely would have it on a money line pick for us to pick them. So your thoughts, man? Seattle, Dallas.
Yeah, man, I don't trust the line's accurate. I don't trust the Cowboys to cover nearly a double-digit spread, but I don't trust Seattle. I mean, they were kind of they still are sort of a fringe playoff team. I'm just going to stick with the primetime under. That's what I'm going to do. I don't really care what it's at. It's just been hitting and be done with that. Maybe I'll look up some props before game time, but I don't like a side in this one. I mean, obviously I think the Cowboys win, but do they cover 9? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Only thing for Seattle that you can look at is probably the field goal kicker. Myers, 11 field goals in his last 4 games.
Yeah.
That seems to pretty much how they can score. They're only 2-5 in the red zone their last 3 games. So, yeah, field goal kicking for Seattle is probably how you're going to get paid on them. But Dallas, they should easily win that, take care of business. Let's move over here, man. We got Los Angeles Chargers, -6. Take it on the New England Patriots. Patriots are horrible as a home dog. 2-9 against the spread, 1-4 against the spread as a home team, man. Lost 4 in a row. I mean, we don't have to say a lot about this. I'm on the Chargers. I didn't get to the 6 yet, but I'm probably not. I'm probably going to be on the under just because the Patriots can't score for the most part. 13 points averaging, I see. I got the Chargers winning this game 23-13, man. So pretty low score, but what are your thoughts? Chargers and Patriots.
Yeah, again, another game that I'm not rushing to the window to look at, and I actually have no looks at all in this. I mean, I gave up on betting New England early in the season. I thought they'd be a lot better. Chargers are what they are. I mean, they have some good things going and some bad. Definitely a prop team offensively. There's a little bit of value on taking New England here at home. There's about 2 points on the index, but I'm not doing that. I've seen what they've done, and they screwed me every bet this season. So I'm just off this game in every way possible.
Yeah, completely agree. Patriots give up more points than they score. The Chargers have been giving up more points than they've been scoring the last 3 games. 28 points allowed, 22 points scored. So I'm right there with you, man. I'm off this game, no interest at all. So let's move on to this one, man. This is a good one right here. Detroit Lions taking on the Saints. Detroit -4. Over under 46.5. Quick side note: Lions 4-1 against the spread as on the road. 3-0 against the spread as a road favorite. 3-0 versus the NFC South, averaging 27 points. And the Saints only averaging 19. So that gets me to an easy -4. I've already bet it. I believe that Detroit take care of business for being embarrassed on Thanksgiving at home with Green Bay last Thursday. So enough said for me. Everybody knows how I talked about the Saints earlier in the season, but they completely digress. I don't see what Derek Carr came in to be there for. You know, he hasn't shown me anything. And the Saints are 0-4 against the spread at home. So all the negative points towards them. So if you do want to look at their field goal kicker, he's had 7 field goals made in the last 3 home games, 5 field goals made in the last 2 weeks. So that's how they're scoring for the most part because they can't score in the red zone. 0-5 in the last game in the red zone. 5 of 12 in the last 3. So field goal kicker for the Saints is probably where you could look. But Lions -4, I'm already on it. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's a borderline play for me, even though my index is showing 1.5 of value for the Saints. Actually, I was low on the Saints. I think they stink. They can't cover a spread like you said at home, and the Lions are covering on the road. So trends that we like. Do the Lions win this game? They do. 4 points. I'm going to sit and think about it because even at 5-6, the Saints are still in. They're tied for the division lead. I don't know who has a tiebreaker right now, but 5-6, they're in the hunt, and so they have something to play for, and they might decide to get hungry and play like the old Saints at home. I lean Lions. I might get to the window. I might be a contest pick. Don't know yet.
Yeah, man, I feel you. Yeah, I'm already on the Lions. I'm just going on the embarrassment theory of getting embarrassed on national TV. You know, coming back your next game and making a statement. So that's completely what I'm on. And I just trust the Lions take care of business, man. You know, let's go to this one. Atlanta -2.5 versus the Jets over under 34. Under is what I got in this game. 19 points for the Falcons, 13 points for the Jets. They can't even score 20 points. Jets give up more points than they score. Falcons give up more points on the road than they score. So easy cap for me. I have the total at 32, so under 34 is where I'm going to go, Dave. What about you?
This one is tough because I'm getting the most value of any play. It's telling me to take the Jets. They should be the favorite by 2.5 points. They can't score. They can't score. They cannot score. If they scored 7, averaged, I don't know, 4 or 5 more points than they do, they'd be in every single fucking game because their defense is so good. They have problems. They had problems. They were cursed from 3 plays into their season or 4, however long it took for Rodgers to get hurt. I have to lean Jets and look at it because of this. But it's either Jets or nothing, but I really need to examine whether or not they should be favorites. You know, we pump these numbers into this spreadsheet, and inexplicably, sometimes these teams are there. And the Jets, they've been in these games, but they just, if they get behind by more than a touchdown, they don't have the power. They got to stick. They should keep it close and be up by 3 points and to have any hope in covering this. Lean Jets just because of the index. That's what my brain says. My heart says, fuck no, I'm off this game. But that's all I have to say about that.
I get you. If the Jets can get into field goal range, they should be able to score with field goals because Greg Zuerlein has had 12 field goals, 4 out of his last 6 games. So,
and they might stumble into a defensive touchdown or something, but
definitely.
This offense cannot score
at all. I mean, they're horrible, man. 3 of 14 average the last 4 third down conversions. They can't even stay on the field. It's ridiculous. And the Falcons are 1-3 against the spread on the road. So hey, your index may point you to the Jets to cover this game. So
it's if I don't know. If I can get 3, I'll think about it.
Yeah, I got you. But I'm off that game for sure. Let's go to this one. Arizona Cardinals on the road going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers are -5.5 at home, over under 41. I got this game Cardinals 15, Steelers 16. I got the Steelers 1 point better than the Cardinals. So, but if I had to make a play, of course it would be the Steelers, but I don't know if I get to the 5.5. They're all 4-2 against the spread at home, but the Cardinals are just horrible on the road. 0-6 on the road. And they only had 16 points or less all 6 road games. So they're just horrible. I don't care if Kyler Murray is back in the lineup. I'm pretty sure he plays better at home than he does on the road. So for you to come into Pittsburgh and try to put up, some numbers against a defense that has been playing very well lately. So, and Chris Boswell, field goal kicker for the Steelers, 2+ field goals, 4 out of his last 5 games, 9 field goals the last 4 weeks. So Steelers gonna win this game. They're probably gonna kick field goals and just keep the Cardinals out of their end zone pretty much for the most part. But I don't have a play on this game, but heavy lean to the Steelers just because of how horrible the Cardinals are on the road. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't think this will be as close as you say it will. I think the Steelers are over a touchdown favorite in this.
Yeah.
At least the index says that, and I agree. If you look at the trends, let me pull them. Where the F did I put those? Did I get? Oh, here we go. So, Arizona doesn't cover well on the road. Actually, don't cover in a lot of situations. 3-6 last 9 ATS, 2-5 last 7 against Pittsburgh. And then you go to Pittsburgh, who is 11-4 their last 15, 4-1 their last 5 at home, 5-1 their last 6 against at NFC. Anyways, trends on one side and the opposite on the other. And it's the Arizona Cardinals, and the Steelers have a good defense. I think maybe Cardinals team total under might be a look, but I'm definitely going to be betting the Steelers. And 4.5 and 5.5 are sucker numbers. They're usually dog numbers. Don't care in this spot. Too much is trending towards my second favorite team, the Steelers, and that's another reason I not that I'm betting them, but I'm happy about this game because that doesn't go into how we bet.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going Steelers, and I'm taking them in the contest.
All right, but I'm not mad at you, because Cardinals are just horrific on the road. It's just crazy. Let's move on to this one, man. The Colts -1 versus the Tennessee Titans, over under 43. Interesting game here, divisional game. Tennessee plays well as a dog, 4-0 against the spread as a home team, 3-0 against the spread as a home dog. So they're trending very well in this spot. The Colts, they put up more points than Tennessee does, but Tennessee's defense has been playing a little bit better than the Colts defense as of late. So this game could come down to the wire. I got the Colts winning 22-17, but if the Titans could get a turnover late in the game, they can swing the momentum and probably pull this game out on a field goal kick or something like that. So, but other than that, I haven't gotten to a side. But, I would probably be likely to take the Titans as a dog at home. But will I get there? I don't know. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I am there. I'm taking the Titans at home. I had them last game, and they covered. Going to be a contest pick. Here's the deal. You've got Indianapolis, who is covering games, their last 5, 4-1 ATS, but 1-5 their last 6 against Tennessee, so they have problems against this team. I tend not to take multi-year trends unless it's – football is a big one that you should because in college, you have all these people moving around. Even in the NBA, you have all these people moving around. In football, there's less – trades and less people being cut. It's just there's less movement of players, so those trends hold true. So they've had problems with Tennessee, and Tennessee's had problems covering in general, 2-5 the last 7, but they're 4-1 at home, so they're covering at home. So you have a team that can't cover against one, and the other one that covers at home, and they're a dog. Both of these teams are trash in my opinion, but I'm going to be betting the Titans, and it's a contest pick too.
Hey, like I said, man. I'm leaning that way too, and I may get there on Sunday. I haven't decided yet. We got a couple of days to think about it, but more than likely, if the injury, I like to wait till Friday and Saturday when everybody's practice and see, who's going to be available to play for the most part when I make a final bet, unless I'm really confident in it. So this is one that I have highlighted for sure. Tennessee's on my radar for sure. All right, let's move on to this one. We have the Miami Dolphins -9.5 versus the Washington Commanders. Over under 49.5. Big number right there. Miami, man, road favorites, 2-0 against the spread so far in the year. Washington, as a home team, 0-4-1 against the spread. Enough said. Miami wins the game. I got it 25-18. If they cover the spread, I don't know. I may not bet that, but I may take Miami early, probably first half, something around there, because The Washington can't score 10 points in the first half. Miami's averaging 16 points in the first half. So they jump on them quick. I may want to cash early and get out because, I don't want any shenanigans at the end of the game. But other than that, Miami should roll, man. Washington, Sam Howell, 5 interceptions last 4 games. He's actually the most sacked quarterback in the NFL as well. So you probably could get a sack prop on Miami's defense somewhere around there. He is leading the league in passing yards, I believe too, because Washington can't run the ball. They have to pass it, so he's always exposed when it comes to turnovers and sacks. So that's what put Washington in a horrible situation. They've lost 3 in a row, so I see the train going down continuing. So Miami, will win, but haven't got to the spread yet. What do you got?
This game perplexes me because that's a big. I mean, Miami has covered 3 of their 4 large spreads over 7 points this year, or 4 or 5. Let's go back to that screen. They can definitely cover, and this is a team you can cover against. The thing that really, and by the way, Washington doesn't cover at home, but looking at their rankings, you have the worst defense against the second best offense, and the third worst passing defense against the best offense, passing offense.
Yeah.
So you have just Miami should just go bonkers. I'm thinking what I'm looking for in this game is, I don't care if they're high, take offensive player props, wide receivers, Tua Tagovailoa, maybe even no, I wouldn't do that. I'm saying take props in this game. I want to lay the points with Miami. I'm not going to, but everything says Tua should throw for 500 yards tomorrow is what this is saying.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see what the team total is going to be because Washington is ranked 32nd in points allowed. 32 points at home.
The worst scoring defense in the league.
Yeah, so I definitely will have that team total circle for Miami. I'm not interested probably taking a spread. I'd just rather get some money.
Even if it's 28, maybe take it. That's high.
Yeah, yeah, I agree because they can score 30.
Yeah.
Seriously.
No.
Let's move on to this one, man. Hometown team, baby. The Denver Broncos coming into H-Town to take on my Texans. Texans -3.5. Home favorite over under 47. And that gives me pause because the Texans don't do well as a home team, especially as a home favorite. 2-4 against the spread. So I don't know if I'm going to take that spread, but I will take the Texans early because they are 8-3 against the spread in the first half. They lost the Jacksonville first half. They lost that one, but they were trending. I think they were like 3 or 4 in a row, before that game. So I think they'll get back on that, play well in the first half, coming off a loss, heartbreaking loss. That's 3 losses that we've had on last-second field goals. So, man, record could be much more better than what it is, but the Texans are doing well, as surprisingly enough. We didn't expect this to be so soon, but I love watching C.J. Stroud, man. He's money, especially on third downs. He's a gamer. He doesn't get rattled. It seems like when the pressure's on, he plays the best. And I just love watching it, man. As a Texans fan, dealing with the drama we had with Deshaun Watson, I think it's safe to say, Dave, that we've won that trade for the most part. So happy for that. But like I said, going back to the game, I got the Texans winning 24-22, barely squeaking it out. Interesting about the Broncos, man. They've won 5 in a row, 19 takeaways in their last 7 games. But they played the Packers, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Vikings, the Browns. A lot of those teams are turnover prone, and a lot of them are shaky at the quarterback position. So, I believe that they got a high-powered offense that they're going to have to take care of for us. But a couple of props I just want to mention. Russell Wilson sacked. He's been sacked 30 straight games. So that's an interesting prop. He's thrown for under 200 yards, 6 out of his last 7 games. So they're running the ball. And if they can run the ball on us, they may have success and probably pull it out. But I see us winning the game. I haven't betted. I bet the first half because that's where I've been making money with the Texans for the most part. Tank Dell, anytime touchdown is definitely always in play at home. But other than that, Texas win 24-22. What are your thoughts?
Tough game. Really I'm glad your team's doing well. Houston's a team that no one should argue is fun when, as they progress and get better. I don't even know who the Texans' rivals would technically be. Dallas, but Dallas fans hate everyone except for their team. But I think on the other side, the Broncos are a team I think are perpetually overrated, and I don't really want to see do well. And they're doing a lot better this year than I thought, and I've been on the wrong side of just about every bet with them. I'm going to stay off the numbers. The number actually is a couple points too high. If it's basically the index is saying Houston should win it by a point, but it's too close. I don't have a good read on either of these two teams, except for the fact that Denver's better than we thought, and Houston's going to be better long term if they keep going where they're going. But no bet in this game for me. I want Houston to win.
Yeah, I agree. I haven't got to a spread either, but like I said, first half probably going to be on it since that's what I've been cashing for the most part all year. Let's move on to this one, man. Carolina Panthers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is a division game. Tampa Bay -5.5, over under 37. And I do believe that I will get to that under day because Carolina simply cannot score the football. 0-5-1 against the spread on the road as well. 1-8-2 against the spread overall. So very horrible team. 0-2 versus the division. They lost 4 in a row. So all the negative things point to the Carolina in this game. Tampa Bay's not too much shabby. They've lost 2 in a row, only averaging 17 points. And they, like I said, horrible on third down, red zone 3 in the last 3. So this gets me to an under. I have it as a total 31, over under 37. I believe it hits under 37, and I'm probably going to bet this. 9 times out of 10, I am going to be on this under in this game because I don't see how these teams are going to score on each other at all to get over that 37. So what are your thoughts?
Just trying to see. The Bucs have been favorites 4 times. They've covered 3 times. They've never been a favorite this big. 5.5. Yeah, they haven't been 5.5. I might be betting the Bucs. Carolina is another team that just can't score. I knew they'd be bad. I knew Bryce Young would be a flop. He's not a flop yet, but I knew that his size and athletic ability wasn't the same as CJ Stroud or Richardson. But it's a lot of. I mean, it's scary betting it's scary betting. You think it'd be scary betting the Bucs, but it shouldn't be with the Panthers. And I think. Well, this is saying the Bucs should win by 7 points. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. I think the under is definitely the play for the total. I don't know if I'll get there, but like what? So what is that? 17-10, 14-3, 14-7, 17-7. I mean,
yeah.
The under's a look, and the Bucs it's Bucs or nothing. Lay the points or nothing.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be on this under for sure because that's how I feel about that game. Let's move on to this one, man. Cleveland going out to LA, take on the Rams. Rams -3.5, over under 40. So talking about Cleveland, man, their quarterback situation is very unfortunate. Deshaun Watson got hurt. Defense is excellent to me, man, especially their pass defense. They're relentless. They get at you. But 1-3-1 against the spread on the road is what Cleveland is. But they're 3-0 to the over as a road dog. But the Rams are 3-0 to the under as a home favorite. So those trends contradict each other. I'm not a fan of the Rams. Matthew Stafford has digressed to me, in my opinion. And Cleveland, they don't have a quarterback, man. All they do is run the ball for the most part. So if their defense can make plays, that's probably how they would win. But to be offensively in a game, it's hard for them to beat. I have the numbers 21-19. They're barely winning the game. It's probably a Dustin Hopkins field goal kick. He's had 10 field goals his last 4 games. So it could be a walk-off field goal win for them. But it could go either way, man. Not really interested in it. So what are your thoughts, Cleveland and the Rams?
Yeah, again, the index is saying the wrong team's favored, but is old what's his face? Is he for sure the quarterback? Is he a DTR or whatever say his name? The dude from UCLA. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to take them on the road with a third.
Or Joe Flacco, like earlier.
Okay,
maybe I don't know.
No, that's probably Nick. If you're for real, Nick, let us know. But I think if this was 2.5, I'd be betting the Rams, even though, like I said, my number says that the wrong team's favored. I can't bet the Browns on the road with their third string. No Chubb, obviously, no Deshaun Watson, even if you thought he was going to be good. It's just a stay away game for me. The line's bad. It confuses me why the number is what it is. There's other games.
I agree. Let's move on to this one. Kansas City on the road, -6. I have it at 6.5. What do you number you have? It's around 6 or 6.5.
For what, the Kansas City game?
Yeah, I think that line
6.5.
Okay, 6.5. Okay, I have it 6, but hey, 6.5 over under 42.5. Green Bay coming off a win, Thanksgiving versus Detroit. I believe that Kansas City will probably bring them back down to earth, just because Kansas City plays better on the road than they do at home. It's just something that they do. So I'm going to stick to that trend. I don't know if I'm a bet 6.5. I'm interested to see Kansas City's team total to see where that's at, because I probably would take that. I have them winning 22-20, but I believe they'll score more than 22 points on Green Bay's defense. But yeah, I think just as long as Kansas City can catch the ball, if he can find some receivers, Rashid Rice is probably going to be his main one that he's going to depend on to catch. Kelsey, he's been off and on. He looks old for the most part, and I don't think he'll be more dependable, than he usually is. So Patrick Mahomes is going to have to, find some of the weapons, in that arsenal. But other than that, this game, Kansas City, probably first half will probably be my play. Kansas City first half and just get in and get out is what I probably usually do. But other than that, no play on this game. What we got?
Kansas City does play better on the road. I don't want to lay that with them. I know the Packers played well last game. The jury's still out on whether they're legit or not, because we've seen the good and we've seen the bad. But what I am looking at is the under in this game. Not so much for Green Bay. Green Bay doesn't have the offensive weaponry, and Kansas City's defense is actually way underrated. But if you look at Kansas City, their last 10 games, 7 of them have been unders. But here's the crazy part. They went on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, 6 straight unders. The last one went over at a 43, which is not, this is at a 42.5. But again, that was with Vegas, who can, I'd say maybe offense is better than Green Bay. I'm looking at the under. That's what I'm kicking around. No side for me in this. Yeah, Kansas City probably wins the game.
Yeah, under's probably a sharp look as well. I may dive.
Oh shit! This is a primetime under. This is a primetime game. Yeah. What am I talking about? This is an under. I'm already leaning to the under. I don't even have to auto bet it. It's an under. Smash button.
Hey, let's get it, man.
I wasn't looking at
this. All right, buddy. You know what I did? I saved this game for the last one, because you already know this is going to be the game of the week. Your team, the San Francisco 49ers, road favorite, -3, going out to the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Big game right here. NFC rematch from last year. I believe that the 49ers had this game circled on their calendar. They're healthy now. They traded for Chase Young. They've had 30 quarterback hits since they traded for Chase Young, 15 sacks. So the defense has been getting at it. And I believe the 49ers should be favored in this game. I don't know why everybody's up in awe because Philly's a home dog. I mean, hey, right now, I believe the way these two teams are playing, the 49ers are playing just a little bit better. So I agree with the line. I haven't bet the line. I may bet the line, depends on how my day's looking Sunday, earlier, because this is a late game. So I'd rather wait to see how my money's looking, because I'm going to be very interested to see how I can get paid in this game, because I'm going to try to get paid. But other than that, I lean 49ers just because they've been playing better than the Eagles as of this late. But another thing I want to mention about the Eagles before you go, they fixed their issue that they had last year. They couldn't score in the second half last year. They're the number 1 scoring team in the second half. So my thing is this: you jump on them early. It seems like if you let them stay around, Jalen Hurts seems to find a way to win these games. But I don't think the 49ers are going to do that, because I just believe that they have been primed for this game. They've been waiting for the Eagles. The Eagles are a little bit vulnerable right now, and I think the 49ers can take advantage of it. I haven't bet it, but just those are my thoughts. 49ers, heavy lead to go into Philly and win this game. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, okay, so I guess when I look at the statistics, I do. It's very, very scary to think that the Eagles at home are a dog, especially to the team they beat. Granted, we know in that game there was a lot of things that went the Eagles' way. I'm not saying that's the reason why. They probably beat them with Purdy and without all those penalties. That's fine. I'm not taking it away from them. And we know I'm going to hear all this bullshit about Jalen Hurts and all that. He's a good player. He's way overrated. Coach is overrated. The coach for the Niners is better. You know, what's funny is I said this earlier in the season. I think you don't fade the Eagles. Well, that's fine. I'm telling you right now, I don't know who's going to win this game, but I'm looking at statistics and thinking to myself, maybe I'm not crazy in what I thought, because I said a healthy 49ers team just about in every place, every O-line. The only one was quarterback, wide receivers, running back, defense, special teams, coach. I thought they were better, but looking at this, they're not. I mean, they're so close. Okay, so scoring offense, Niners score more points, 3rd and 5th in the league. Passing yards, the Niners pass for more yards per game than Philly does. Rushing yards, they rush for more yards than Philly does per game. Yep. They have more yards per play. They have less number of plays on offense because they're running longer plays. That's the point. Then go to defense. You have the Niners are top in opponents scoring, holding their opponents to the lowest score. Philadelphia is 15th. They're in the middle. Passing yards, passing defense. San Francisco's 13th. Philly's 28th. Now, rushing defense, Philly's number 1, but San Francisco's number 3. Where did you see there? Where did you see there in any of those? And these are numbers. Numbers don't lie. Yeah. That the Eagles are far better. In fact, in most of those categories, the Niners were better with Brock Purdy passing for more yards. I think the Eagles win this. I have to say, in my heart, I want the Niners to. I'm not betting the game. I don't see how the Eagles lose at home. I don't. If they do, this will once and for all prove that at least these teams are equal, and all these Eagles fans can shut the F up, because I just read off almost every major statistical category, and the Niners were better. So crossing my fingers for my team, not betting this at all.
Well, I'm betting it. And I'm going to bet the 49ers just because I just feel they got more rest. Eagles coming off a gut-wrenching win in overtime versus the Bills. I just think the situation lines up for the Niners to come in here and take care of business, man. But, you know, I could be wrong, but I just have a strong feeling they've been waiting for this game for sure. All right, buddy. Let's talk about this last game. We have Monday Night Football. Hold on. Right here. The Bengals taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are a home favorite, -8.5. Big number. Over under 38. My thoughts is that I believe Jacksonville wins the game. I'm not going to bet that spread, but I may bet the under first half because I've been cashing on Jacksonville's under 9-2 to the first half under. It cashed last week versus the Texans, so that's just something that I'm just going to continue to trend to back. You know what I'm saying? They're 8-3 against the spread over on the year. The Bengals 2-0 to the over as a road dog. Jacksonville 3-0 to the over as a home favorite. So those trends, you know, point to an over. But other than that, then get to a side. This is Monday Night Football. We got plenty of time to dive into this game. We'll be on live stream, of course, with Jimmy. So we'll be able to probably give our final analysis on this game. But of course, primetime under is always going to be the play. It cashed Monday night versus the Bears and the Vikings. So who's to say it won't cash this? But the trend is saying over. So that would be a contradiction. But other than that, have no bet. First half under is probably where I'm going to get with Jacksonville. But that's what thoughts. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think the spread's a little high. Yeah. Even though the index is telling me there's 5 points, I think it's a little high, but there's no way I'm betting Cincinnati with this Browning guy. I mean, I saw him in college. He was good in college. And he sat behind Joe Burrow. I don't know where he was before this. Either way, I can't bet this game. You know, I don't like the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think that even though this is the thing, the team that everyone thinks is underrated, and they have all these great statistics, especially on offense, and they don't do anything. They never go anywhere. So it's like, so what? Yeah. You know, they get to the playoffs. So what? What are they going to beat? They're going to beat the Chiefs. They're going to beat the Bills. I guess they could beat the Bills. Anyway, you know where I'm going in this game. It's an under. It's Monday night. I'll find some other props. I always do. But Jacksonville wins. I don't think they win by this spread, but I'm not betting it because Cincinnati. Who basically now, they have to run dump off pass and run the ball. Now they have a good running back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's great. It's great. It's great for this under. That quarterback injuries are great for our primetime unders. I don't root for them like other people, but
yeah. Well, yeah, I'm with you, bro. I'm probably going to be on a Nick special right here. First half under, full game under. It's probably what I'm going to do.
Beware.
For the most part. So we'll be sweating together, Nick, on Monday Night Football. But yeah. All right, buddy. That was it, man. We ran through that, 30 minutes, 36 minutes. So, hey, final thoughts, anything that you're looking for this weekend or anything else that you want to chime in on?
No, not really. I got to prepare tomorrow. I'm on the bag tomorrow with Jimmy for for college football and basketball. But yeah, we're getting down to the end of the season, or at least into December. Things should get kind of fishy. I really wish I had a betting interest in that Niners game, but I'm just going to watch it by myself with no money on it.
Hey, I feel you, man. I do that too. With my team, just to see how they play. But I'm going to be watching. I'm going to bet it, and I'm on the Niners, man. I think they just been waiting for it. Their team is better. They're healthy, and not to mention, like I said, rest advantage. Very important. They haven't played since last Thanksgiving, like Thursday. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be awesome, man. So tune in, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks again. RaWordz podcast, Picks from Dave, my guy. Tuning in once again, man. Appreciate you once again coming on, giving our picks. So see you on Monday night, because Friday night, I'm going to a game. So unfortunately, I won't be on Nerd Talk, but I'll tap in anytime I can. You know what I'm saying? So. But till then, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank y'all for RaWordz podcast, LJ from H-Town, and we will see y'all next week.
Yeah, R-A-W, words being served, no concern and no trouble to get that dough. Money on my mind, if it's money all the time, we be pumping on the grind. If it's LJ from Houston, pulling up stats, you'll be pulling in stacks, hitting bookies from the back with no Vaseline. I need green.